All right, I'm back again with some more products. We have right here kids wound plaster. That's sort of the fancy British term for what we call a band-aid in the US, essentially. But I have a few boxes of these. You can see I got two right here, but I'll open them up and show you. We got, I have a few crates of these. I've got dozens for sale. So if you're interested, we can do package deals. You can see there's a lot of different designs. It's sort of a fun way to make a bad situation a little bit better. A kid gets a scrape or a scratch. You give them a little unicorn thingy to stick on them right there, make them feel better. We got all sorts of designs. There's some space. I don't know what that is. We have more, sort of rainbows and hearts. More unicorns, lots of unicorns, donuts. There's some animal there. More rainbows, various flowers and mermaids, all sorts of stuff for the kids. Then we got these. We got more unicorns and rainbows, but we got some fruit and ice cream. Just sort of generic designs. Lots of rainbows and unicorns. Great if you got a kid who's into rainbows and unicorns. Fruit, usually not the favorite of children, but maybe some of the older kids, the ones who are more health conscious, might like those. But these are a great thing for the kids. They get a little scrape or a cut or a scratch. They're crying, they're having a fit. You give them one of these, and kiss the little boo boo, make them feel all better, right? And it's a good way to make a bad situation a little bit better, right? You just try to make of it what you can. It's like life. Uh, Life gives you lemons, you squeeze lemonade or whatever. That's kind of how I feel about these. I didn't really even want these. I got a box which had 24 of these. It was sort of there was scented era. It was supposed to be a totally different product, so I have them now. I can't return them. I'm trying to sell them. Very reasonable prices on these. Again, very reasonable prices. Package deals. I can do multiples. I can package them with the other stuff to save on shipping. We can always negotiate shipping. It's very reasonable within the United States. I could do Canada as well. It gets a little bit more expensive. I do not ship to Mexico. That is not a racial thing. It is purely economic. Okay, I know people will always say they'll say the worst thing they can about that, but it's purely economic. And just trust me on that. Look at that. We've got a little pink camouflage uh, bandage right there. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Look at all those. All right, that's it. Again, I got it for sale. Very reasonable deals and prices. Contact me on the Gmail. Jewels of the Orient product and reviews at gmail.com. Look at that. I could use one right there. I got that little cut on my finger. I could put one of these. I'll put one on right now just to show you how great these are. How about this ice cream one? Look at this. All right, I'll get one right here. Put it on. It's gonna come off. I'm not really used to dealing with these, so it's a little bit different. But there we go. Look at that. Put it on there. Kind of. There you go. Look at that. Little ice cream bandage for you right there. Perfect. Great for the kids. Contact me. I've got plenty for sale.